All right, friends, Pastor Zach here, and I'm back with another devotional. I'm doing a little Golden Rule series, the Golden Rule series based off of John 13:34, where Jesus says, "A new commandment I give to you, that you love one another, just as I have loved you. You also are to love one another." So last week, I talked about a very kind stranger who purchased balloons for my daughter's first, birthday party, her 1-year-old birthday party. And I explained that we were in the line checking out, and she just was so adamant about having to purchase these balloons for us, and it was the most gracious, kind thing that I think, someone could do for this very special day. And I have fond memories of it because, as we were decorating for the party, we had these balloons that were decorated up, very beautiful balloons, and it just reminded me that a total stranger bought these things, right? And it kind of reminds me of the wise men who approached Mary and Joseph and brought gold, frankincense, and myrrh for Jesus. These people who didn't even know them, but hey, they were welcomed and they helped sweeten a very joyous occasion. And so this week I want to give a contrasting illustration in a bit of a similar way to the commandment to love each other, to do unto others as we would have them do unto us. And that is, on the same token, I was doing some more shopping, actually, some last minute errands at some Dollar Trees around the area we live in. And I was going from one Dollar Tree to another, trying to find these items that, according to their websites, said they were in stock, but at each of these locations were definitely not in stock. And so I was working with some very patient employees trying to help me find these things. But at one particular Dollar Tree, I had an unfortunate experience with an employee there. As I was trying to find someone to help me, I couldn't, but I came across somebody stocking shelves, and I proceeded to asked them for help. To which one of the employees started, raising his voice at me, cussing at me, and he just went off for me asking for some very simple things for a very special occasion. It wasn't anything big, it was just some tassel streamer things for the party. And he just absolutely lost it at me when I kindly asked him for help and stormed off. So I didn't even have the chance to check in on him and see if everything was okay. He just kind of walked away angrily. Clearly, he was having a bad day, but his buddy then proceeded to help me. And I thought, man, what two contrasting experiences to have on the same occasion. One of a person who's very generous and goes out of their way and even spends their own resources to help us, and another who doesn't not only is unhelpful, but proceeds to tear down with their words and be mean on a certain, on a very special occasion. And here's why I think this contrast is important, because the command to love each other as Christ, or love each other as Christ has loved us, is a very important distinction for the foundation of how we treat each other, right? We are to love others not according to how they treat us, but according to how God has loved us. Now, this doesn't mean we let people just walk all over us or take advantage of us. No, 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 no. It just means that we are to love them or treat them the way that Christ has treated us. And that's monumental. Why? Because Christ doesn't treat us as we deserve according to our sins. No, Christ treats us how the Father would treat us. He loves us so much that he would give his own life for us. So I think that's an important contrast, that when it comes to how we interact with one another in the church, outside of the church, with our loved ones, I think a good example of a proper Christian witness is to not treat us the way the world treats us, or not to treat others the way the world treats us, but to treat others the way that God has loved us. The foundation for the love we give to others doesn't come from us, doesn't come from the way they treat us, but it comes from the way God has already loved us. Be blessed, friends.